Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to today's edition of Highways and Byways on Vaughn Radio. It's Drew here. We have a special day today with a couple guests from Los Secretos. Hello, Alvaro, how are you?
Hello, I'm happy to be here.
I'm happy to have you here. Welcome to the show, the Highways and Byways.
Thank you.
And to practice your English a little bit today.
Hey, I'm sorry about my English.
You know what? We never say that. We never say, I'm sorry. These guys, you speak great. And Ramon, good morning.
Good morning.
Ramon Arroyo, you have to practice your R's with your name. Ramon Arroyo.
Arroyo, yeah, it's a good practice.
Welcome to the program.
Pleased to meet you.
And pleased to meet you too. It's great to have both of two members of Los Secretos here today on the program. We will spend some time today talking about music, influences in music, your new album out called En Este Mundo Raro. We've got a lot to talk about today. Of course, also on the program, we have business later on. We do business on the program. Okay. We do music, always. Every day we talk about what's going on or what went on. Usually it's from the historical perspective. And we have something called Thirst for Knowledge. And we have something called Pleased to Tweet You, which we might not do today. People send in their tweets and on a certain topic. So why don't we start the show? All of this on today's Highways and Byways. And welcome back to today's program. We have of course, Álvaro Urquijo is here. Wow, beautiful 12-string guitar.
Yes.
What is that? What type of guitar is that?
It's a jumbo one with 12 strings. It's true, and it's handmade. Because it's I don't know the word in English.
Handmade?
Yes, luthier in Español.
Luthier, I think it's the same.
The same. It's Ireland guitar. Irish, sorry.
Irish.
Yeah,
Irish, remember?
From Northern Ireland.
From Northern Ireland. Wow.
And it's a good one.
It's a beautiful guitar.
Yes, have a very loud volume. And the sound about the mouth of the guitar. We talk of the boca.
The boca, that the whole of the guitar is bigger than normal.
The normal, yes.
Does a 12-string guitar have a bigger boca than a 6-string?
And this luthier made it in this way. You know.
I see.
And it's more sound, more volume, more
It's
more
beautiful. Weight. When Alvaro grabbed the guitar, Ramon, before you arrived, he just grabbed the guitar and started playing. What was it? It was the song you say everybody first learns how to play.
No, I don't think we have each one our field.
Our tastes, right? Or
yes, we have our sound, and we mix very well with both sounds, and we learn each other. You know,
you learn from each other. You mean like different groups have taught you different ways of influencing you?
Many people. You're asking me?
No, I'm just saying at the beginning, when you cogió la guitarra, cogiste, and you started playing a song that you said, casi todo el mundo, cuando aprende o coge un 12-stringer.
Yeah. I am very influenced by Roy McQueen of the Byrds, and many people of this epoch.
That period of time.
A period of time. Because we are listening very much to the Byrds, the Flying Burrito Brothers, Jackson Brown,
right?
Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young.
The 70s.
Yeah,
mostly.
the 70s.
The 70s were unbelievable for that style of music. A lot of people don't know a lot about that period of time. Like
the thing that I have a 12-string guitar from the first guitar I had. Sorry.
You had?
Yeah. Was that we went to a music store and I see it. I see one.
I saw it.
I saw it
right in the pasado. I saw it.
Thank you.
This is a good class.
Yes.
Ramon is saying yes, right.
For me, that's why I came here.
This is your best English class on the radio, right?
Yes.
And everybody's listening.
And the live broadcast. But there is the only one guitar that sorry, in Spanish, a little bit.
Yes.
La única guitarra que yo podía comprar con mi dinero era una antigua y rota guitarra de 12 cuerdas que compré y arreglamos. Arreglaron alguien que sabía.
Uh-huh.
Y porque era la más barata, the cheapest one.
It was the cheapest. Here in Madrid?
Yes, in a Leituriaga tienda, shop. It's a very old one and very from all the musicians know it.
Is that over near el mercado de what is that over near like La Latina area? No.
No, el Rasta, no, it was Leturiaga, no?
Leituriaga, yes.
Yeah, it's a German guitar, Hofner, the same brand of Paul McCartney's bass, famous
Right.
violin bass.
Right. That's the same brand.
Yeah.
That was the
Yeah,
first
yes,
12-stringer
yes.
you
It's
bought.
German because everything that came when we were young from the States was very expensive.
But
Is that right?
it was my only one. I have only one guitar, and it was the 12-string guitar, and I have to play it. I have no
option.
other.
That
no
was it,
option.
no?
And I learned to play with a picking system like that, you know. That is
That seems difficult to start to learn to play that way.
it's the same. It's almost the same.
Yeah. Beautiful. It just immediately has that it llena, no, el sonido.
Yeah,
It really fills the
Harmonics and it's out of key, I think.
A little bit.
Is it you can detect that immediately, right? Ramon, you have a good ear.
No,
Yeah.
we can. I mean, we are used to that.
Of course.
We are with the years we are getting deaf because we play loud and we play many many stages. But
What you're saying?
Exactly.
Yeah, but-
¿Qué? Exactly.
but our ears are trained, so we still hear the music.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Fortunately.
It's funny, we were talking the other day about how loud. I mean, do you have to protect your ears when you play? I remember Los Who, no, que tocaban, they were like the loudest, you know.
With the Pete Dawson from the Who has a very, very big problems with his ears.
Yeah.
His ears,
He's
because
deaf.
He's deaf.
He's
So-
deaf, no? Isn't he?
And somebody told me that 85% of his ears is deaf.
Wow.
And we used in the last 5 or 6 or 7 years, I don't know exactly, a new system that calls in-ears.
In-ears.
Is
Headphones.
a headphone, and do custom for your. I don't know.
¿Cómo es? Está...
Sí,
Para el pabellón para tu oído exactamente igual, te hacen un molde y te
sí.
pones tu escucha que te hace estar sordo para lo de fuera y puedes poner poco volumen sin problema de
dañar a
Claro. Some people think that when you use loud headphones playing live, you can be deaf or after a while, but you have more control over the volume than when we used to play with monitors and amps, and and we listen to the whole sound of the plays, no? But with the earphones,
Your
headphones,
control, you have more control.
yeah, we can put it loud or
Soft.
soft.
It makes a insulate
Exactly.
effect first, and when you put it without sound, you don't
You don't hear anything.
anything.
You don't hear anything.
And when you start the volume to play a little bit, to hear the music without hearing the outside.
The outside noise.
Exactly.
Is that how you play live? No. Or you're just talking about practicing?
No,
it's
we play live.
Live.
We have a
Like
radio.
A radio pack
Yeah,
in
and,
your pocket?
wireless.
Wireless,
and,
okay.
and this little headphones, and we listen to the music like a CD.
That's amazing.
It's great.
It is great. You like that,
And
Ramon?
I like
and for singers it's much
better, yeah.
playing live always the amps are loud and
Oh, no,
the
it's
drums and the
amazing.
singers usually they can listen to themselves.
Didn't the Beatles stop playing live because they couldn't hear themselves?
I understand very well these words because in this age, in this period of time,
Yes,
I
in
learned
this
one
period
thing.
of time.
I learned one thing. In this period
No,
of time,
not only did you learn, you remembered. That's the
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Se puede corregir hasta, but you remembered.
in this period of time, he was a very prehistoric systems of speakers and power amplification, and they said that they didn't hear themselves.
I can imagine. I mean, how could you, like, the Beatles were playing, like, in Candlestick Park or in New York, and between the girls screaming
Exactly.
and the amplifiers behind them, there were times, I think, like John, they couldn't hear each other.
No.
Like,
No.
or like
Impossible.
Ringo would begin to, wait.
And they started with these box amps, the AC30, and they made bigger amps for them, but they hadn't the sound system that we have today.
They didn't have.
They didn't have.
They didn't have.
Yeah.
Es curioso el verbo to have. Siempre corregimos. Because to have is like fumar, beber, oír, go, drink, or smoke. To have is the same. I don't go. No voy, no tengo. I don't have. Instead of saying they hadn't or they. But that's the old English style of speaking too, or the old. It's just a different construction. But speaking of amplifiers, are there certain brands that you prefer? I mean, do you have? I know that musicians have, like, for me, I always, like, Marshall for me was always like heavy metal, or powerful
But
amps.
it's I think it's some kind of combination, because I used one time a Marshall speaker with a head of power of another trade, other label,
Another
brand. Sorry,
Brand.
and sounds great for my style of playing with a clean sound.
Right.
But I use most of the times tube amps.
Tube amps, which are the old
ones,
school.
yeah, and small ones. I use two, one Mesa Boogies and with effects, with small
Like
effects.
with a few pedals or something.
Yeah, some few pedals.
Okay.
And nothing more.
What about
And,
you?
I like mostly Fender amps. Tube
Fender
amps.
amps, tube amps.
Yeah, we use boogie amps are American like Fender, and the guy that made the boogie amps first, he bought Fender amps, and then he changed something to have more distortion.
Okay.
It was
Big basic pieces of the
Carlos
see.
Santana sound
Right.
was a Mesa Boogie, and
How would you define that sound? Like, when I think of boogie, I mean, Boogie is the brand? Or
Boogie
is it type?
Mesa
no,
Boogie is
the brand. Fender is the brand I use mostly. Well, they are tube amps, and they have a very nice, clean sound.
Mm-hmm.
Warm and also Fender are a little more, how to say, chimey.
Chimey, okay.
And Mesa Boogie is more has more middles.
Mm-hmm.
But they sound Marshall are great for distortion, and they are a little bit for us too aggressive. The
Right.
sound.
Crunchy
And
ending.
aggressive, yeah.
I would imagine you don't see, like, certain groups you never see with Marshall amps. It just would seem strange, I think. You associate with a certain style of music.
Yes.
How did you two meet? How did Alvaro, Ramon, how did you meet?
Yeah, we met.
We met.
Sorry, 83
83.
when we recorded our third album, and we met with a friend of mine called Pedro Lopez that plays mandolin, and he play it in a band called Foie Gras.
Foie Gras.
Foie
Yeah,
Gras.
we play bluegrass. music.
Oh, right, okay.
Acoustic.
They play bluegrass,
That's
but
great.
they call Foie Gras.
That's
you know?
está bien.
and Ramon played with him.
Okay.
Yeah, Pedro was he was a companion of Alvaro and Enrique at the school.
I see. And so you all sort of knew each other, and you
Yeah, he knew them.
mutual
and,
friend.
And we played we do like instrumental cover of one of their songs. And then in the 85, 86,
Yes, 85.
they start recording, and I start playing with them.
So let's see. I just have so you had what around the time of what Todo Sigue Igual, or Algo Más?
Algo
Algo
Más.
Más.
In this
Algo
record
Más.
is Algo Más is the record.
Was that when Ramon you started?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. And so from there, and that's a long time ago.
Yeah.
For our listeners, I brought here Cambio de Planes, which is I was showing Ramon and Alvaro that I have your signature, everybody's signatures here.
Yeah.
And we met, but I was trying to remember where we met.
No, I don't remember.
I'm sure.
Dos
I
mil
can remember.
conciertos después, right? 2,000 concerts later. You don't remember me? Oh man, I'm disappointed.
No, that's very common that someone says hello and do you remember me? And say, Well, I'm not sure. And said, yeah, we met once after a show in 1993, for example.
Right.
No? And
Well,
say,
worse for me, but the other day, one person told me, "Do you remember me?" I said, "Oh no, I don't know." He said, "Look at this picture; it's from yesterday." I was talking with you yesterday.
Oh, really?
And they took this picture.
They took
And
this picture.
We took this picture. I don't remember.
that's
Sorry.
because we are getting old.
You're
Yeah.
getting old. I mean, no, I'm noticing it too. It's the memory
Yeah.
goes.
I'm getting old, but I have a small hard disk in my
So-
brain.
So you have a limited capacity,
Yeah,
right?
I have to how is the word? Bueno, tengo que vaciar
Yeah, you have
formatear
to-
el disco.
How would you say that, Ramon? Tengo que vaciar. What's the
Ah,
word? Está vacío. Está vacío is
Empty.
empty. Es un verbo también. So empty. Empty es el verbo.
To
Tengo que
empty.
vaciar.
Have to
To
empty.
empty.
Oh.
I have to empty my brain. Yeah.
Sometimes I have
Ah.
to empty to get new things in
Right.
there.
It's limited. It's limited.
No, because a lot of faces in my brain, and I don't remember all of them.
Yeah.
I know I'm getting old because I start first forgetting men, but then I start forgetting women, and that's worse.
That's worse. Yeah. No.
That's,
Women stay longer in your brain.
Usually.
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen to me.
That doesn't happen. Do you remember all the women?
Yes, of course.
No, that's not true.
Well, I want to talk about. Let's see here. Later on, I'm so excited that vamos a cantar luego in the second half hour,
Okay.
colgado, if that's okay.
Yeah, okay.
Just because, and I just thought I would ask, but hey, sometimes ask and you shall receive, right? We say that because it's one of my favorite songs. But I want to focus a little bit on Este Mundo Raro because I was listening to it. I have it right here. And it's amazing. Can you tell me about like this period of time, because habían pasado como 4 años, 5 entre los dos
Sí,
discos, los
five
últimos dos.
years.
You had una y mil veces, 2006, and now en Este Mundo Raro.
Yes, there is a coincidence because I have an accident in 2009.
You had an accident.
Yes,
You hurt
I broke my what is the
Your
word?
wrist?
Wrist.
Which one?
This one.
Your left one.
You look
Yeah.
this.
Mira, yo me rompí la izquierda este junio también.
Oh,
Okay,
I'm
so
sorry.
we can share
But
horror stories.
I'm sure that the doctor that helped you or
That helped me, yeah.
helped you do it right. But
He did it right, and I don't play the guitar, so
Yeah,
it's more dangerous
but
for
I
you.
have 4 operations.
Four operations?
Surgery operations, and the last one, it gives me 2 years, not without playing, because in the middle of each operation
Right.
I have to physical
therapy.
therapy, and
Right.
I can be able to play,
Uh-huh.
but in very bad situations of my hand.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
his hand was like twisted like that.
It was twisted, really.
After the operation,
Right.
they didn't do it.
They didn't do a good job.
And then another doctor put it right, but it was a long
A long time with
Two
long
years.
rehab.
time. Yep.
2 years that I don't. Sorry. I don't feel like I'm the 100% of me of playing.
So this was like you broke your wrist in 2009.
Nine. Yes, and we spent 2 years to make the record, and then first in 2008 we did a party, with friends in the bullfighting
Ring, in the bullfighting ring here
of
in
Las Ventas, yes,
in Las Ventas, right here.
with many people like all of you know that Amaral, Manolo Garcia,
Right.
Joaquín Sabina, Miguel Ríos, etc.
Mhm.
And we do only a party with,
Right,
of a birthday. No birthday, no. We have 30 years from the first time we record together.
An anniversary.
Anniversary, sorry. Oh,
It's like in Spanish.
Yeah.
Aniversario.
Aniversario, anniversary. Can I hear it? Can you say anniversary?
anniversary.
Anniversary.
Good, la V, anniversary.
Anniversary.
A lot of people say anniversary.
And its concert was recorded, and we play at the tour
Right.
about this
Concert.
this concert.
This sort of
Because-
anniversary.
and it makes that we postponed
Postponed.
the record of the record. And when we're going to start the record, I broke my wrist.
I see.
And it
just was postponed.
This is the thing.
I see. So were you nervous, Ramon? Like, oof, Alvaro is not going to be able to play. I mean, was there a moment where you say your guitar, one of the guitarists of the group is injured, and it's a problem?
I can tell you when he showed us
His wrist.
we say, like we try to not
Show your
not
surprise.
to show our surprise. No, we were like, oh my God.
Right.
They
We're
try
in
to
trouble.
throw out because
No, we try not to make him nervous or depressed, because it was really
Sort of like,
Yeah.
okay.
If you-
Minimizando el tema, ¿no?
If
Like
you
to
look my
under-
hand, is similar, parecía que estaba la
Torcida.
mano muy torcida, ¿no? Y realmente según fue pasando el tiempo, it's getting more.
Do you still notice? You still noticed
I'm
problems?
fine. No,
Yeah.
I'm fine.
Did
Yeah,
you-
I have less movements like the other hand, a little bit, only 10%, but not influye.
It doesn't influence.
With the guitar.
I see.
But it's also something everybody said, and it's obvious, no, that if you play guitar and you have something on your hands, is a big problem. But we all need the hands. I mean, to write on the computer. I mean,
Right.
the hands are, when you have something like that. I mean, you can.
Yeah. Yeah, your hands, you notice it.
You can feel how important are the hands more than
Anything.
More than it. You notice how important your hands are. It's funny, we say your hands. In Spanish, it's las manos,
Las manos.
los pies. We say my hands or my feet. It's curioso, no? So yeah, your hands are important. Yeah, it's funny, like, el meñique es una tontería. You hurt your pinky.
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 Yeah.
I never heard
Yeah,
of
for
it.
the guitar is important.
Yeah.
Oof, I could imagine, the pinky.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
pinky
But
finger.
mostly these two, the index and the thumb, are the most important.
Yeah.
It's like the crabs. We can do almost everything with that.
All right. Yeah.
You can pick the meat.
Exactly.
And the,
Even write or whatever.
You can use chopsticks, right?
Or
comida.
typewriting with 2 fingers like that.
Right. So, and I want to talk in the second half hour, because we're going to take a break in a minute. I want to talk a little bit about your English. I'm amazed. I mean, it seems like musicians, international musicians like yourselves, you just learn English, It seems like you've learned it on the street, you learn it with music, you learn it in school as well, right?
Yeah, but he learned in school. I was in a German school. I've learned English with German teachers.
I see.
That was
How was that? What was that like?
horrible, because English is much easier than German. You have to declinations,
The declinations.
and to translate English to German is very difficult. I mean, I couldn't translate to Spanish, but to make the sentences in German was heavier. And then we all grew up listening to American music.
American music, so that helps, doesn't
That
it?
helps a lot.
Yeah,
Helps
the
a
70s.
lot.
I want to talk about the 70s as well. I like people like the Flying Burrito Brothers and Jackson Brown, and the establishment of the California sound. And
Yeah.
It's amazing. That
amazing, yes. We love it. I love it. I love it still now.
Still now, yeah.
And I don't think why the people on the radio, the people on the in the press,
Right.
when they're writing about the music, he tried to separate the decades.
The decades.
Decades.
Uh-huh.
Sorry.
That's decades.
Decade, and put the things in one side, another side. I think the music is like a sea.
It just
you
keeps
know?
moving. It
It's
just keeps
moving.
flowing.
You
no?
can keep something from the 70s, something from the 80s, and mix all of them in the 2000s.
In the 2000s,
Yeah,
absolutely.
You know, I don't think this. It's. I live here with music of 3 or 4 decades.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I want to talk. We're going to, of course, Martin is saying we have to take a break. So we're going to return with Álvaro Urquijo y Ramón Arroyo de los Secretos. We'll be back in just a minute. Hello, welcome back to the second half hour of Highways and Byways. We are with Alvaro Urquijo and Ramon Arroyo de los Secretos. Wow. You want to sing a song?
Yes, of course. Please
Yes?
do it.
That would be great. What's the Alvaro, what song are we going to sing? Can you tell me a little bit about the song Colgado?
Yes, it's a song from the 1993 album called Cambio de Planes.
Uh-huh.
And somebody told me that is one of the
Favorites.
favorites.
Okay.
It's for you.
Thank you.
And for you all too.
And for our
All the
radio
people.
listeners
Yes.
on Highways and Byways, of course.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Tan libre, tan aislado, buscando nada en ningún lado. Alguien tendió una mano y yo me encadené a esos brazos. Colgado a sus caderas, me fui olvidando de quién era, me fui quedando a un lado, vencido por mi propia guerra. Quedé como un cuadro a su pared pegado, que nada tiene que hacer salvo seguir colgado. Colgado a sus peleas, dando la cara ante cualquiera, dejando mis ideas perdidas tras sus escaleras. Me quedé como un cuadro a su pared pegado, que nada tiene que hacer salvo seguir colgado. Quise bajar del marco, buscar mi sitio en otro barco, pero estaba atrapado como sobre su piel tatuado. Me quedé como un cuadro a su pared pegado, que nada tiene que hacer salvo seguir colgado. Colgado. It's in English, improvisation.
Yeah.
Ending.
Right. Wow. Fantastic. Amazing.
Thank you.
Wow. Nice job. Whew. Woo. Okay. We have to come to Nacho. How about that, huh? Nacho's.
Thank you.
Wow. This. How many times have I sung that in the car, And you think, I'm singing, and I'm driving. We were talking with Álvaro cuando aprendes, ¿no? Y dices, es que otro idioma. Y así vas aprendiendo.
Sí, es
¿no?
cierto. It's true.
The lyrics.
I learned all of my English with the songs. I repeat many times in my life. I learned some things in the school, but the most of it with the lyrics. Because when you try to be a songwriter,
A composer or songwriter,
you have to listen and understand the words that the song you like, and maybe Jackson Brown, Bob Dylan, and some people like them teach many people in the world.
They do. It's like the universal language. It's a
Yes,
cliche, but
yes.
it's so true.
Many people talk me about what is your influence, what did your why you write this way?
Yeah, why do you write this
Why
way?
do you write this way? I told them that it's a universal language,
Yeah.
like you said, and because it's a language that the blues, the soul, the rock, and the rancheras,
Right.
bolero, and the tango use the same kind of words.
Yeah. The this album, the new album here, right here, that we have it in Este Mundo Raro. Everybody writes and participates on this one. Ramon, everybody seems to have a big hand in this.
Yeah, well, there are songs of each member of the band.
Yeah.
I was taking a look at some. I just, in Este Mundo Raro, for example, I was talking about, esta mañana I sent a tweet, title track, enseñarle, the title track, no, which I love. I mean, this is written by Alvaro, right? You wrote this. But I saw something written by Santi Alcanda?
No, Santi Fernandez.
Santi Fernandez, who wrote something about the simplicity about this album. I mean, they talk about there was
Santi Alcanda, sorry, yes. Santi
Alcanda,
Alcanda is the man who wrote these words,
El
yes.
arte de la sencillez, ¿no?
Exactly,
And he says,
sorry.
he habla de Sócrates and the simplicity. Solo sé que no sé nada. And I was thinking about this, and I was reading some of this, the lyrics of En Este Mundo Raro, and it's. Can you tell me a little bit about it? Because I like the video because it's like you see these people, like two people facing each other of different completely opposites.
The meaning of the song is when my daughter, 9 years old, asked me that some questions that nobody teach me to answer because it was very big ones, about God, about the dead, about things that she start to ask
Daddy, hey Daddy,
hey Daddy, because why this? Why not? Because one cousin of mine have dead, and in a few time, a little more period of time, some people died.
Absolutely.
And she asked me, and I don't have the words to explain, no? But I wrote the song because I'm saying that the world that we live in is, I don't think I don't know if in English it's the same, because we have in Spanish raro, meaning two things. One thing is when something is weird or strange for my eyes, and I think it's raro.
Right.
But if you look in the dictionary and the real meaning, you look that it's a word to explain that something unique, is it the word in English?
Unique, exactly.
Unique in the universe, and unique in when you are in especie, único en tu especie,
Claro.
irrepetible.
I know that from the bottles of whiskey. They say rare.
Rare.
Rare. It's
Like único, exclusivo.
único, rare Scotch whiskey.
Rare Scotch.
English word rare.
Yes.
What is the meaning of this? Rare.
It's both. I mean, if something is rare, it's unique, es difícil encontrar. You say, I have that rare. Eso es un disco it's a very rare. Es un Beatles de no sé qué. Publicaron 6. It's a
But
very rare
you
album.
use it for meaning that something is with a banana in his head and
No, we would say
green
strange.
color
No.
in the face.
No, en este caso raro, no, we would say strange.
Strange, yes, thank
Yeah.
you. But in raro en español es raro cuando quieres decir eso, que
Claro,
algo es
como-
extraño. Y realmente we are making our world raro, and we have a raro world,
I see.
because because the raro word in Spanish mean two things. In the song is talking about these
Both
two
things,
things.
okay.
Both things. Sorry.
And it's great because, I mean, I just look like, si preguntas las cosas sencillas, aprendí a responder. Y para aquellas preguntas prohibidas, ningún maestro encontré.
Exactly.
Really cool.
How would you call that? In this strange world, in English, how would you translate that?
En este
the
mundo
title.
raro, in this strange world.
Strange world. No more than better than weird or.
You could do it so many ways. I would have to. I would actually, if I had to translate this, I would sit down with Alvaro and understand what he meant, like he just explained it. Because that's the thing with translations. You say, lo tradujeron mal. Why? Because no, lo que quería decir. You know what I mean? It could be this strange world. It could be this rare world.
Rare world.